What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. This is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder. Today's topic is going to be about how narcissistic people, toxic people, want to be needed. They just want to be needed, y'all. We just want to be needed. Get a dance on. Want to be needed, yeah. So they literally want to be needed. And if you don't need them, or if they don't need, so typically, if you don't need a narcissist, they will create that need for themselves in your life. So when I say a narcissistic person wants to be needed, I mean they want to matter in your life. And a lot of times they want to matter more than anybody else in your life. If you already have kids previous to this relationship, they want to matter more than your kids that you already have. If you already have a nice job or some pets or whatever you have going on in your life, they want to matter more than those things. They want to matter more than all those things combined. They want you to need them in some way, shape, or form. That's why you get a lot of narcissistic people that want you to need them financially so they can take it away from you. They can punish you, because if you don't need them, they can't. If you don't need them, they can't control you. They can't punish you. They can't hold you. They can't hold you accountable and things like that. So the narcissistic people we want to be needed. We just do. I know people go like, well, everybody wants to be needed. You don't be needed to the point where you can control somebody else. You want to be needed because you want to be cared about, or loved, adored, and things like that. Narcissists, yeah, we want those same things, but we also want to be able to control the narrative. We also want to be able to control the environment, any things around us. You know what I mean? So we want to be needed, but we also want to be in control of everything. So if you don't need a narcissist, let's say you're more successful than a narcissistic person. First of all, the narcissist is going to be jealous of your success. Just are. They're going to be jealous of your success. They just are. They will. So they'll try to bring you down a notch. So if you don't need me financially, like I said earlier, if you don't need them one way, they will try to create that need for you. Let me reboot real quick. Narcissistic robot. Rebooting now. Reboot it. So if you don't need them, that's the robot. Y'all be surprised how many people like me doing a robot. Like I met a lot of people in Austin, Texas this past weekend, and they like the robot, the reboot and stuff like that. But you want to be needed to the point, like, if they don't need you, if you don't need them, they will, Lord have mercy, sorry y'all. If you don't need them, they will create the need for themselves in your life. If you don't need them financially, they will make sure you need them emotionally. If you don't need them emotionally, they'll make sure you need them sexually or intimately and things like that. Because especially if y'all religious, you can't cheat or whatever. So you need them for this love, care, and affection. So they'll take it away from you. They'll take away things that you need from them. Or you need me for this, we're married. You can't do this outside the marriage, or you get in trouble. It'll ruin your reputation. So I'm gonna make you need me for this. I'm just telling you, that's how you. And if narcissistic person cannot find a way to make you need them or to feel needed in a relationship dynamic, they'll move on elsewhere. You need me to help raise those kids. The kids are a lot of times used as that. The kids are a lot of times, that's what their need is expressed. If y'all have kids together and things like that, or if it could be your parent, you know what I mean? It could be your parent that is exercising this narcissistic traits on you, because your parents want to be needed. Your narcissistic parent wants to be needed as well. You know what I mean? They want you to need them for something. So a lot of times when you go to college or whatever happens, if you're dependent upon them financially, you need them for that, so they can control you with that. They can control you with whatever you need from them. So if it's your parent, they can control you with money, housing, shelter, whatever, ride to school, clothing, whatever it is. They need to be able to take something from you. It's like the carrot and just like the fishing. It's like fishing and things like that. So they absolutely want to be needed for different reasons. You know what I mean? So figure out what it is. That's how so many people ask me, how can you, some people, I know this is one of the questions I get sometimes. It's like, how can I get the narcissist to leave me alone? How can I get them to discard me? Take away the need. They want to feel needed in some way, shape, or form. So figure out what you need them for and take it away. Get rid of it. If you need it, like if you're a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad or whatever, and you need them financially, find a side job. Find some sometimes you have to work from home and sneak. Some of y'all have to sneak to work, which is, it's sad as hell. Because some of y'all have to sneak to work. If I get a job, they'll suspect something. They always told me they didn't want me to work because they wanted to financially control you. I know, especially it's typically in today's society, it's the man and the woman dynamic. You know what I mean? They control you financially. The man controls the woman financially. I don't want you to work. I want you to stay at home and have babies and this, that. So if you go 10 years without working, it'd be hard for you to leave. So they can just threaten you financially. I'm going to take the money away from you. Leave the credit cards here. You don't need anything. But then how you supposed to get a job? It'd be extremely difficult for you to get a job after you haven't worked in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. Your employer will look at your application like, what did you do for the last? There's a 17-year gap in your last employment. Like, what was going on? Oh, I was raising kids. I was a stay-at-home parent. You see what I'm saying? They want to control you financially. They want you to need whatever they need you for, whatever you need them for. They will use that to control you with sex, emotions, money, physicality, housing, shelter, food, parenting, trying to give you a break with parenting and things like that. If y'all are co-parenting or trying to co-parent and it's their weekend and you want to go out and try to meet a new boo or something like that, they'll just refuse to watch the kids because now you need them to watch the kids so they can control your schedule by refusing to watch the kids or just waiting until the last minute. I'm not gonna make it. They live 2 hours away, 3 hours away, whatever. And then they let you know 5 minutes before you're supposed to get it, 5 minutes before they're supposed to be there, not before they're supposed to leave. 5 minutes before they're supposed to be there, they're like, I'm not going to make it today. Something happened. Something came up. But like I said, when you take the need away, you take the control away. Figure out what you need them for, or whatever need whatever need they have created for you, for themselves in your life. Figure out what they need you for, figure out the need. I just feel like if you figure out the need, you can take away the control. Because if you take away the control, you take your power back. And if you take your power back, typically that means you're setting boundaries. Typically that means you're saying no. Typically that means you're standing up for yourself and not being a yes man or a people pleaser. So typically they get tired of you dealing with you and they might discard you and go find a new supply. So you'd be surprised how many people ask me that question, like, how can I get them to discard me? And I get it. Like, why don't you discard them? That's a simplistic answer right there. Why you have to wait for them to discard you? Why don't you just discard them? That's the most simplistic answer right there. You know what I mean? But it happens a lot though. That's the mindset of a lot of people. We deal with narcissistic people. You know what I mean? So I tell people all the time. You know what I mean? Figure out narcissists want to be needed, because a lot of times, like growing up in our childhood and stuff like that, we were we needed other people, and we understood that when, like, this is speaking from my perspective, I needed other people, and I understood that if I needed that person, then they controlled me, and I'm all about power and control, so I need to find needs. I need to find a way for people to need me. You know what I mean? Am I working on that right now? Yeah, I'm working on that right now, y'all, because my wife is a stay-at-home mom right now, but I'm not financially controlling her. She can do what you want to do. I told her it took us a while to get to that point, for her to trust to be a stay-at-home mom, for financial control and financial need reasons. But we have a general understanding now. It works. It works for us, y'all. But anyways, y'all, this is gonna be a short episode, short and sweet, because I have to do a one-on-one here, and I started this video a little late. So figure out the need, and eliminate the need. You eliminate the control, or most of it, or some of it. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't want to leave. I understand the dynamic. You know what I mean? Everybody can't leave. So figure out what the need is. You take away a little bit of control, you take away a little bit, you get back a little bit of your power. Anyways, y'all, if y'all watching this on YouTube, the self-love brand is here. This is the pink iteration of the I'm Strong shirt. I love me. It's the self-love brand and things like that. If you're listening to this on Apple Music or Spotify, hit that 5 stars for me. Please, 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 please hit that 5-star rating for us. Give me a good review. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm super thankful for y'all. Next meetup is in Toronto, Canada, November the 19th. narcavengers.com, NARC avengers.com/Toronto. Get registered up. I'll see you in Toronto, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace.